Hello everybody, hello, Laurie here from Unique in the Creek. Say hello when you come in. Tonight I'm going to put together kit 193. So we're going to do my rendition of kit 193. Sorry, I'm just trying to share this. Alrighty. It's all good. Okay, hello everybody. Hello. Hi, Judy Baker. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do kit 193. Carrie Marie's already done it a while ago, but I figured I might as well do a kit because all the kits are on sale right now for 20% off. Okay, so this kit that I'm going to be doing tonight is on sale for $38.99 US. Okay, and I'll show you everything that it comes with. So it comes with this roll of poly jute mesh. Okay, it's just a natural, and it's got jute strips in it, so you get the whole roll. You get a 2.5-inch roll of this Stars and Stripes ribbon. Okay. You get a 1.5-inch roll of this tri-colored red and white ribbon. You get a 7/8 inch or 5/8 inch roll of this stuff I absolutely love, and you can only get it in our kits. It's this open weave 5/8 inch ribbon that's all wired. You get this beautiful butterfly, this metal embossed butterfly. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the star of our show, and you can see how nicely all this goes together. You also get two, I've already broke one down. You get two of these red, white, and blue floral sprays. Okay, we'll break that down. You get a package of 100 zip ties. You get your cable mounts and your pipe cleaners for your sign and your bow if you want. And you also get the Unique in the Creek ring board. Okay, hello. So it is really good value for $38.99 American. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to do this wreath a little bit different, like I always do. I love to experiment. We're going to only use half this roll. So I'm going to make a nice big full wreath using half of the poly jute mesh. This poly jute mesh pretty much matches anything, okay? It's a great staple to have in your craft room, is this natural colored mesh, because like I said, it matches anything. So we're only gonna use half the roll, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're trying to keep things inexpensive because, my friends, you all know, everything's getting super expensive, and it's just going to keep getting more and more expensive. So I'm going to show you how we can still make gorgeous full wreaths for, you know, maybe a little half of the cost. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to put the sign. It does have a saw hook on the back. We'll be using that. I'm going to put the sign just to the side right now because we don't need it. So I'm going to start with my ribbons. On row 1, I have started some of it already. Row 1, you're going to need 8 pieces of this 2.5-inch Stars and Stripes ribbon. And we're going to cut 8 pieces of this red, white, and blue ribbon, all right, at 13 inches. Now, I was going to cut it at 14 inches, but we're not going to use any mesh on row 1. All we're using is ribbons and some florals. So we don't have to, and again, we're kind of cutting back, so we don't have to use the ribbon tails at 14 inches on row 1. So you just need 8 pieces at 13 inches of this and 8 pieces of 13 inches of this one. For row 1. Row 2, you're going to need 8 pieces of this at 14 inches and 8 pieces at this one at 14 inches. And I'm going to cut those 14-inch ones right now. So I'm just pulling out my Measure Buddy. Number 1, the arm all the way out. So from here to here is 14 inches. Hello, hello everybody. Good evening. I need, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to have a lot of ribbon left over to make a fabulous bow. We're going to make a fabulous bow. Alrighty. So we got more than half the roll because I cut all my ribbon tails already. So we got lots of ribbon. Okay, and then you're going to dovetail these ends of the 2.5 inch. Okay, so 8 at 14 inches and 8 at 13. Or if you don't want to, if you really don't care about saving that, you know, a few inches, you can cut them all at 14. But we're saving, we're cutting corners here a little bit. Okay, and now we need this one. I love this ribbon. At 14 inches, we need 8. Hello, hello. There's all my friends. Hi, Tom. Hi, Lynn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I had already had a 14-inch cut, so I only had to do 7. All right, so this is for row 2. So I'm just getting them all cut, ready to go. So again, all our wreath kits and ribbon sign sets are on sale for 20% off. Amazing price. Even if you didn't do the wreath like I'm doing it and just use the stuff separately, and you know, if you wanted to, still a great value. If you add it all up together, I think I added it all up together and it was almost like $60 retail for everything you get in the kit. Okay, so ribbons are cut. Again, we have much more than half a roll of ribbon left over. Now, the open weave ribbon, you can add it if you want. You know, you can put some in there. I may put a little bit in on row 2. I'm going to see, but I'm definitely going to incorporate this beauty into my bow. Okay, so you do get this one, but you don't need much of it. So if you use it sparingly, you can put it, add it into a whole bunch of bows. Probably there's 10 yards on here, so if you used 5 yards per bow, you could get 2 bows out of this. But you'll see how we're going to add it. Okay, so that's our ribbons. Our mesh is cut at 22 inches because we only need 8 pieces. So if you do the math, 360 divided by I needed 8 pieces. It works out to 280 or something. How did I do? Anyways, it works out to 22 inches. So I just cut it with a rotary cutter. You can't really wood burn. You don't need to wood burn for this kit, or if you're doing it like me. But you can't wood burn because this is actual jute in there, and the wood burner won't cut through it. And if it does cut through it, you may have a fire. Okay, so just cut it with a rotary cutter. 22 inches, 8 pieces. All right, we're not going to use that quite yet. We're going to use that only on row 2. And then your Kelly Perryman. Hi Jane Bro. Okay, and then we're going to pull apart. You get 2 of these floral sprays, and they're kind of big each. You get 3 larger sprays on one thing. I find them kind of bulky. I like it to be nice and airy, so I break mine apart and make little mini picks. So these like little berries and these spiky things, they're a bit shorter. So what I do is I pull them off and I put them over on a pile, and I'm going to use them I'm going to glue them into the wreath and use them on row 2 so you can actually see them. So, because if we put them in row 1, you're not going to see them because they're short, right? We don't want to waste anything. So what I like to do is I break apart and I put together because there's different greeneries, different kinds of greeneries in the spray here. And I rip it apart and I make little piles. Okay. Hi, Margaret Wakeman. How are you? Ugh. And it's just paper taped. You just have to kind of loosen the paper tape. So you can see I have these long greeny ones. They go together. Then there's these little foam leaves. They go together. Hi, Beck. I haven't seen you in a while either. And then the floral, the long floral here. Put that in a pile. And then, like I said, I have these all to the side. We'll add them later on. And then there we go. The third pick is you just kind of rip it right off. Okay, and then we're going to make little bundles. Now there is a stick. This is a really kind of cool stick. It's wired and it's only in the top spray and the top one. You can put it in because you'll have 2 of them. I might incorporate it into my bow because it's very wispy looking. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, so I have 4 different piles here. So we're going to make 4 sprays because you need 8. The way I'm doing it, you need 8. So I'm going to grab 2 of these. And how many I have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to grab 1 of these and 1 of the flowers, the flower things, because we have 4. Yes. 1 flower. Okay, and once we put it on the board, we can pull the, you'll see in a second, we can pull the greenery and spread it out a bit. So what I'm going to do is just this one, I'm going to take the bottom of it and just kind of wrap it around the bottom of the spray here. Okay, so there's 1. Now I'm going to use these fern things. Do that. 1 of these and 1 of these. Just grab 1 of the wires from 1 of the stems and I just kind of wrap it around because we are going to zip tie these right in. So there's 2. There's 3. And this is the last one. So we got this, these 2, and then I had this one. Okay, so there's our 4th pick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the berries and everything, so we'll incorporate the blue. And I'm just going to put these over to the side. So I'm going to get my glue gun going. Okay, so we're going to start on the ring board. We're going to start on row 1. So you're going to take a zip tie. Row 1, we are just doing, we're not doing any mesh. We're just going to do some ribbon tails, okay? So we're going to skip every other row. So you can see I have a zip tie from hole 1 to 1.5. Here I've skipped row 1 to 1.5. We're going to skip. So I'm going to go down and back up, row 1 to 1.5, and we're going to close this. This is going to be for some florals, okay? So we're just gonna do that zip tie up. So you got 8 like that. And then you're gonna take another zip tie and we're gonna use hole 1 to the outside of the board. So just, you don't wanna do it up, just leave it open so it looks like an L shaped, okay? Messy. Then you're gonna take one of your, a 2.5 inch, 13 inch, and a 1.5 13 inch, right? So I'm going to put the 2.5 at the bottom. I'm going to put the 1.5 on top, and I'm going to kind of step it. That's what I call it. And I put the bottom of the 1.5 right in the middle of the 2.5. So right down where the V is. Okay. Just kind of flip it over to see the middle, and I'm going to pinch right up the center and flip it up. Okay, so that's what it looks like, and I'm going to put that center on the board and come around with the zip tie. And we're going to do that zip tie up. Oh, you guys are full of compliments tonight. Thank you. All right, so we're going to leave that. And then just cut your zip tie tail off. Take one of your, now I'm not going to use the fern one because I have the fern one here. So I'll grab one without the fern. And then what you're going to do, we're going to trim this off just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is just kind of make this bottom of it into an L shape. Okay. And I'm going to slide this into my zip tie. Okay. And we're going to do that zip tie up. This is how you can add florals without having, without the, especially if you're live somewhere hot, you may want to have your florals zip tied as well as glued because the glue may melt. So this is a great way to incorporate florals into your wreath, and it'll still be hidden, so nobody will know how you did it. And then once we get all the 8 florals in, we'll go over with our glue gun. Ooh, I'm gonna turn it on. And we'll just go over top of that with our glue gun. Easy, right? So again, we're skipping that row. We're going to take a zip tie, go down hole 1 to the outside of the board. Hello, Miss Gauthier. Hi, Tina Kelly. I didn't say hi to you. For this sale, you do not need code. It's automatically discounted at 20%. So if you want to use one of our Team Unique affiliate links or codes, please do, because you can, our Team Unique coaches will, designers, coaches, whatever, will make a little bit of money off of your sale. So that's just a little thank you to them for teaching you guys all this stuff. And they really, really do appreciate it because, even though, 50 cents here and there, it really adds up at the end of the month for them. So if you have a favorite Team Unique designer, use their affiliate link. It helps them more than you even know. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. Okay, bend. And again, if you don't know their affiliate link, you can go on Unique in the Creek website, scroll to the bottom of the first page, and you'll see something that says Meet the Team. Click on that, and you'll see all of Team Unique and their affiliate codes or links, okay? Thank you for that PSA and listening. Okay, that one's done. So why I'm not using any mesh, because this ribbons and florals and stuff will sit against the door and it'll flare out, and we're going to put the mesh on row 2 to fill everything in. So it's going to look like a really large wreath without using so much supplies. Oh, you have, yeah. The designers are pretty fabulous. Did I use a 14-inch? I think I did. So this is a 14-inch here. So the 14 and the that's a 13, that's a 14. They both look good, so. Oh, it looks like, I guess it doesn't matter. Hi, Laura. You did catch me live. Okay, we're just going to put the ribbon on here. Right, and then I'm going to grab the floral that doesn't have the fern. So every other floral will have a fern. Well, a piece of fern. This. Okay, I'm just going to put it in. All right, kind of hooked it in. And then after we glue it, we can, and the glue dries, we'll be able to pull all our florals and make it like wispy. Okay, one more of those. We've had a few messages asking, where's Team Unique? Where's Team Unique? Jackie had surgery. She's doing well. So she's been off. Mary Ann was quite ill. So she was off. Carrie Marie was sick as well. So she's been off. So that just leaves Jude's and myself. And I've been super busy, so I pop on whenever I need a crafting break, a mental break. So we're not abandoning anybody or anything. We just, things happen. You just go with the flow. All right, we got them all in. So now I'm going to go, and I'm going to hit these with right across. Use the board right across, which is a nice thing about the boards because we have a solid backing. You can just glue right over top. And nobody's going to see that. So they're zip tied and glued in. So this, like I said, it's an amazing way to use florals for those of you that live in the hot temperatures. Because hot glue does soften. Doesn't matter what kind of hot glue you use, it will soften, and some of your stuff may fall off. So, whenever you can, try and secure it with wire, a zip tie, something. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to the side. And we are going to do our mesh and our ribbon. So we're going to get the 14-inch ribbon tails. Even though I used one, it's okay. And these ones, I'm just going to put the tri-stripe right in the middle, just like that. And then I'm going to flip it over. It is rose season. Rose, rose, rose. Everybody loves the rose. Rose, the sunflower, and the daisy, and anything patriotic, Canadian or American, is what people are buying right now. 'Tis the season. Memorial Day is not too far away. May 2-4 in Canada is not too far. Victoria Day. And then we also got July 4th coming up and Canada Day. So people love the patriotic. And then flowers, well, people just love flower wreaths because you can't buy them in the store. The only place you can buy a flower wreath is somewhere like Etsy and stuff. Handmade. All right, so we got, these are the 14-inch, 8 of each. I was thinking maybe of adding a little bit of this, the open weave. I'll cut one and I'm gonna see if I like it or not. Cut it at 14 inches. If I don't like it, then at least I know I'm gonna put it in the bow. There we go. I'll just do a side cut. Okay, so you've got your 22-inch piece. What we're gonna do now, it's all dry, so we're gonna be able to pull these florals all any which way you want. They are in there. Give them a yank if you need to. But we can move these all around at the end. It's just easier to see and spread them out while you can actually see everything. Not that they'll stay like that because our arm will be hitting it and everything. But okay, so now what I'm gonna do, where the row is that we didn't put anything, I am going to put a zip tie from hole 2 to the inside of the board. Okay, then I'm going to take my 22-inch piece of mesh. Just going to put something heavy on it. I'm just going to do a simple ruffle. You can do a woodland or whatever if you want. And you also could put more mesh on. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to just use minimal amounts of supplies. See if we can save. So you're just scrunching up the middle, and then I fold about 2 inches from the ends in, and you make a ruffle like this. And then I'm going to turn it down so that cut edge, you're not going to see it. All right, then I'm going to put my mesh where I've pinched it in the center right on top, and I'm going to go around with a zip tie. Now, if you've done these a few times, you know that you can put your ribbon tails in at the same time as your mesh. I'm just going to do it for beginners. So I like to fold the very last pleat on my mesh. I fold it down towards the board. It brings that mesh out, like fans it, and then do it up tight. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to go over top with a zip tie again, right over top where we just went, and we're going to put our ribbon tails. Now you could add these little floral things in. I'll probably just glue them in after. Okay, let me see if I like this one. Not sure. No, I'm not sure if I like it. I know I want it in my bow. Then I'm just going to take my ribbon tail and I'm going to do my zip tie up again. Now I could, let's see if I can zip tie them in. Because like I said, if you just glue things, oh yeah, and just bend it so it's kind of in between. Oh, that works. Put a red. So what I'm doing, I didn't do this zip tie up super tight yet, so I'm going to put a red, a white, and then we'll put one of these blue berry thingies right in, just like that. I'm going to hit it with just a tiny bit of glue right here. And then do the zip tie up. And we'll flip our ribbons back over. looks great. Okay, that does work. Gets a little bit of red, white, and blue in between the ribbon tails. Yeah, okay, I like. This one's sitting funny. There, it's folded funny. There we go. Okay, so we're skipping that one, and we're going to the next one. We're going to do exactly the same. Okay, we're going to take our mesh, fold it in, pinch it up the middle, flip it over. Move these tails there, put this right on top, and then you can see how it fills up the board and covers everything. So I like to push that last pleat down. Do the zip tie up. So then we've got those ribbons in the background that are going to be hitting the door, like sitting on the door. So we didn't really need a whole lot of mesh. I'm not doing it up super tight because I'm going to add, again, the red, white, and blue little things that were on our florals. Just kind of put them together like I did the other ones. Slide it, make an L and slide it in. Go. Bring these back up. And then do this up. And again, you can hit it with a little bit of glue again. But it zip tied and glued. And we're going to bring these back down again. Right, it is looking fabulous. So I pre-made my ruffles to speed this along. I'm going to put all my mesh in, and then I'll just go back and put the ribbons and the florals in. Now I'm using row 2 to the inside of the board for the simple reason is I didn't want the mesh to cover up all this pretty florals and these ribbon tails. I wanted you to be able to see it, so we're just putting the mesh in a little closer to the center. And we're using every other. So it's 8 pieces. So this kit's been out for a bit. I think when before I went live, There was only 20 left out of, I think we had 200 of this certain one. So if you want one, you might want to grab it. Look at the nice base it's already making. And we didn't even put all the ribbons on yet. It's going to be pretty. You just trust the process. Trust the process. Again, you could try and put your ribbons with your mesh on at the same time. For 8 zip ties, I wouldn't struggle. Just go over top. Okay, one more. And then we can just put all the pretties on. Oh yes, we got absolutely fantastic signs. And then Jackie did her magic from her bed. And that didn't sound right. Anyways, she put together all the new signs. Well, not all of them. So, a couple of the new signs. She put together some supplies to go with the new signs. So check that out under Jackie's Picks. You can find it on the website. And you can just add each of the supplies right to your cart from Jackie's Picks. Just add to cart. So it's pretty much a kit that she, without putting a kit together, using supplies that we actually have in stock. Ooh, that's full. And we only used half a roll. Half a roll, my friends. All right, now let's go around and we'll put our ribbons and our bit of floral in. God, I make a mess. I'm such a messy crafter. Messy, messy, messy. No, the boards are not on sale. Craft Outlet has their the boards. I don't know if they're on sale, but he's fully stocked on all the boards as well. So if you want to get your boards a little quicker and you're close to Louisiana, he's all stocked up. Or you can get them on Amazon. We're always available on Amazon. Both Amazon.com and .ca. Okay, I'm going to add the tails. I'm not going to do the thing up because I'm going to go around and add the florals all in at the same time as well. I'm just going over top of the zip tie that the mesh is on. Yeah, I hope so too, Jean. It's going to be pretty. We've got our patriotic butterfly. We're going to add kind of to the side of the wreath so it looks like it's kind of flying in. So for those of you, I just, you know, a little FYI while we're sitting here and I'm putting these in. For those of you that really like to use florals, if you find some florals now and you really like them, grab them, okay? All the florals, almost all the florals in the crafting world come from China. Okay, not India, not anywhere else. They come from China. Even though the tariff is not super high anymore, it's still high because it's on top of, the 30% is on top of the tariff that was already put in place. So it's about 45%. Anyways, you're going to see your florals go up significantly in price. It's going to, if you do floral wreaths and all that, and the centerpieces and stuff, you're forewarning you, until they find a source other than China, you're going to see the price increase. Same with poly burlap. So if you love poly burlap and make flowers with poly burlap, stock up now. I know the price has gone up. It hasn't, you know, you'll see price increases probably mid-summer, maybe sooner, depending when the shipment came through. I know the wholesaler had one big shipment come and got dinged with the 145%. So you're going to see prices all over the place. Okay, so, but the floral industry is going to be hit. So if you use Unique and Creek boards and you use mesh and ribbons, you're good. Anyways, okay, so let's add these. I just wanted to forewarn you guys. So you'll notice the Americans, for our US customers, you don't see the florals on our website. So we had to take them off the US website. And it's not us paying the duty, it's more of the paperwork involved to send it over is more, it's a mess. It's a mess, my friends. Okay, so I'm just, like I said, taking red, white, and then the blue. Just kind of making an L shape. And I didn't do my zip tie up super tight, so I have room. And I'm just kind of slipping that L into the zip tie so it's in the middle. And then pull it tight. And we'll go back and put a little bit of glue in there so they stay in. Yeah, horizontal wide stripe is fine, thank gosh. That's my favorite. It's made in Korea. And it's much cheaper anyways. But lots of people love their poly burlap. Anyways, okay, so where's the top? So I'm not going to, we need to put the butterfly on. So the butterfly is going to kind of go, I'm going to think like that somewhere. So wherever I'm going to do that, let me see. I'm not going to put some florals. Where's my top? Right here. Okay, so I'm going to put my zip tie in for my hanger. And over here is probably, and of course I already put florals there. Okay, so probably on this side over here, oh good, I didn't put, is probably where I'm going to have my butterfly go. Or you could put it in the center. I just want to kind of do it like this, and I'm going to put a nice bow there. So I think this one probably wouldn't need any of these florals. Hey, Jackie B! We were talking about you not too long ago. That you did some great picks on the new signs to match. Oh, super cute. Okay, this one I'm skipping, right? Yep. Skipping that one, so we'll just do that up. And I'm just keeping the, I don't know if you noticed, the tri-colored one, I'm just keeping it on top of the stars so it doesn't look too busy. Red, white, and blue. I'm going to leave that one. Let's see, where's my top again? Did the wrong side. Just trying to all discontinued. There we go. So we'll put florals in this one. Okay, and our bow is going to be right about here, probably about there. Can I glue that in? I'm going to move this one because our bow is going to go right there. All right, so now we just have to, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna just put a little dab of hot glue in there, even though they're zip tied on. Okay. Oh, this one's not tight. Okay, there's those sticks. I have a stick. You can use the sticks if you want. Incorporate them somewhere. I'll put it in my bow. I don't know. So I'm just putting a little dab of hot glue where the L goes into the zip tie there. And then we're going to add our sign and our bow. Okay, again, you can glue them. I know Jackie glues them into the mesh and everything. If that's what you want to do, you can do that as well. I just wanted to show you how you can zip tie them, secure them in, as well as glue them, just for those hot areas. Okay, that's what we got so far. It's actually quite big. Do you see how the sprays of florals are just kind of wispy around the outside? I love it. And then these ribbon tails will sit against the door. It's going to look so pretty. And we only use, like I said, half a roll of the jute, and all these tails, ribbon tails, for the outside and inside row, we only used half a roll, not even, of each of the ribbon. Not bad, eh? Okay, let me clean this up and we're going to make a bow. Well, I'm going to add something a little cool to my bow. I'll see if it works. I do have these gorgeous red and white beads. And you guys all know I put a zip tie around the center of my bow. I'm thinking of adding the beads to the center of my bow. That'll look so pretty. Maybe just one. We'll have to see. Let's see. All right, handy dandy bow maker. Now there's a gazillion ways to make a bow, and you can do whatever kind you want. I already kind of have a vision. I want some long tails in mine. Thanks, Tina. I want some long tails on my bow, so because it's going to just kind of hang, and then my butterfly is going to be, you know, kind of flying into the wreath. So I'm going to start with the 2.5 inch. That's 14, 21, 14, 14. Just trying to figure out how long I want my tails. 18. Okay, I'm going to do my tail 18 inches. So I'm starting off with the 2.5 inch. And I like to have my tails at the bottom. My scissors go. So I cut them off. I do the tails first. Okay. I'm just going to do a 6-inch loop. Go down, half twist towards me, 6-inch. And I'm only doing one. Yeah, just one. Okay, now I'm going to come in. I know it probably sounds odd. I'm going to come in with this open weave. And I'm going to put it kind of in between the layers of my bow. See how it looks. Now it is all wired. So we'll do the same length. I'm going to do quite a few loops with this. About 5 inches, 5-inch loops. So the 2.5 was 6. I'm going to do, this is going to be 5. give it a good pull so you have your ribbon is loose when you're making your bow. So far I got 3 on each side. That's probably, yeah, that's probably good. Let's do 3. Then I'm going to come in with the 1.5. Do these loops. I'm going to do it 4 inches. I'll just do 2 on each side. So if you're looking into a bow maker, this is the Stow and Go bow maker, and it does come with the ribbon holders and the bag. If you're going to like conventions or whatever, that you can bring your bow maker with you. Okay, and then I'm going to come in again with that open weave. I know I make bows weird, so. Pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do a single loop. No, I'll just do 2. I'll do 2. So I have that one tail going that way, and then one will go this way. So I'm gonna go in with that white bead. Yeah, the white bead, because the red will be too much. So I'm just feeding the bead right on my zip tie. Okay, you're gonna take one of your pipe cleaners. Okay, we're gonna pull this bad boy off. Okay, and I'm going to put the bead right on top. This might be a little tricky. I'd probably just go over top with another zip tie, but we'll see if this works. Oh, yay! Okay. Just going to hold the bead. That's the back. There we go. It did work. Okay, I'm going to slide my pipe cleaner underneath the zip tie here. And we're going to do it up. Did it work? Look how pretty. Let's see. There's more to the back. Use another zip tie if you wanted, but I just wanted to see if it worked. it's got sparkly in the middle. Pretty. Okay, let's add this beautiful bow. Okay, the tail's all going the right way. Hi, Dre. Sorry, I was bow making. Couldn't look up. You know how I am with bows. Okay, let's put this on. I am going to put it on, where's my top? Right there. I'm going to put it like kind of right over here. Where is it that oh yeah, right here. I didn't put any florals right there. So I'm going to put it kind of like right there. And then our butterfly. Sitting right there. I think that's good. So I think I'm going to put the bow. So there's 12 o'clock, or the center, sorry. I'm going to do it 1, 3. So there's the center. I'm going to put it right from here to here. So 1, 2, 3 over from the center. That is where this bow is going. So we can just kind of move part, and we're going to go right there in those holes there. And that's where I didn't put any florals. So, and then for the butterfly, we'll go 3 over from the bottom, and that way the bow and the butterfly are perfectly kitty corner. Okay, we're not going to pull it super tight. We're just pulling, I'm pulling from behind till I feel a little bit of resistance. All right, and then I'm twisting the pipe cleaner. Okay. That's a tail from the home. Tail. All right, so there's the one. Pretty. Okay, there's the tails of the bow. There we go. So it's all going down that way. Okay, we're going to open up the 2.5 inch back there. Get your fingers right in there. Open that loop right up. Okay. Next is those 3 open weave. Get them open. Like that. And then we'll do the 2 red and white stripe. And then again, that open weave. We'll do the same on this side. Oh, geez, Laura. Yee, that doesn't sound... Everybody's sick or having surgery. I was supposed to have surgery on April 29th, but I postponed it again. I didn't want... I'm a chicken. I don't want my knee replaced. What a pretty bow. Look at that. Oh, and our bead. Hold on. We want the bead. I struggled. Twist that bead. There we go. There we go. Now I just squish that. Want the bead in the center. Look how pretty that is. Saw it here first. Now we're going to see beaded bows all over the place. Wow. Just so pretty. I don't know if you guys can even see that rhinestone bead. I just got the beads at on Temu a while ago. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. They're rhinestone 20 millimeter beads. The ones that everybody uses for the 3D petals and stuff. Okay, let's do our tails here. This one I'm just going to roll up and just leave it rolled. This one I'm just going to fold. Am I going to fold? No. I'm going to dovetail. Just roll it. I'm not going to unroll it. I'm just kind of rolling it so it's got like a little, sits like that. This one I'm just going to give it a curl with my finger. And then the long one, we're just going to fold. Like that. A little different. Ooh, it's pretty. So if you take your scissor fingers and just kind of give it a tight, and it'll kind of curl up on its own. A good ribbon will do that, and you can see that's a good ribbon. Look at that. Woo! Red, white, and blue. Okay, let's put our butterfly on. Bigger, you guys see? Loving that bead in the center. Holy moly. That is so cool. Okay, butterfly. So, I am going to use the saw hook that's on the back of it. And where am I going to put it? I got to stand up for this. Make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing properly. No, see, it goes down here. Opposite of the bow. So if I do 3, see how we did, there's the center, 1, 2, 3. If I do the center here, 1, 2, 3, and go in right there with the butterfly, you'll be able to have exactly perpendicular to each other. Yeah, that's a big word. Okay, so we're gonna put, I don't know if I need a cable mount. I add this and then just put a little bit of glue under it. It's not like it's going to fall off because I'm going to attach it to the board. So I just want to, going right there, right in here. Separate the mesh, and I can see the holes. There's 1. There's 2. And of course you can put your butterfly wherever. I might have to move it down. Or move the bow up. I'm going to move it down right about there. It's not going to be totally perpendicular, but I think I like it better right there. Sorry, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'll flip it over so you can see where I'm going. Or maybe I will need a cable mount. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Let's see. Where's the... Trying to figure out where I want to put this. Yeah, I'm thinking I will change my hanging hole like you just said. So my bow will be higher. So instead of like taking my bow out and all that stuff, I'm just gonna move the zip tie. So I'm gonna move it from here, I think. Let's put it right here. Just a loop. And we can hang from that. Now let's see. Oh yeah, better. Much better. Okay. Oh, much better. Good suggestion. Thanks, Judes. I guess maybe this is one I have to use a cable mount. Yeah, I'm going to use the cable mount. It's so close to the top. I'm going to use the automotive tape and cable mount. Put it down here. That way I'll be able to attach it better than up here. Making adaptations, that's what we do. Anybody watch any cool shows these days? There we go. So this is the automotive tape. You can get it on Amazon. Amazing. Amazing. And I'm going to put it more towards the bottom. Yeah, much better. Much better. Just making sure everything is, we want to see all the goodies before I put it down tight. There, now I like it. Bottom. This is called automotive tape by 3M. You can buy it in various sizes. I think this is 3/4 of an inch. You can even have it smaller. You just need a little piece, and they use it for mounting things on the outside of cars. So it sticks. It sticks, my friends. Okay, we are done. Well, I'm gonna have to fix this, I think, somehow. Put some glue. I'm gonna put some glue. I think Carrie Marie did her, she did her butterfly up at the top. Let's put some glue on there. Yeah, it's on my favorite tools. You'll be able to see the automotive tape. It's available in both Canada and America. You can also buy it in, like Home Depot, I think, might have it. I know Canadian Tire has it for the Canadians. Okay, I'm loving this bow. I have to tell you. This open weave is so pretty. And look at my little bit of bling. Just that little bit extra. Okay, I'm going to add some glue. Maybe I should do another cable mount there. Nah, I'm just gluing it. It's attached. Sorry, I'm squishing everything right now, but that's only because I want it to attach to the mesh. There is another cable mount in your bag, so if you want to use 2 cable mounts, you do have the supplies for it. Okay. Oh, let me put some glue in there. Oh, I'm missing the Leafs game. Okay, see, I love you guys. I'm missing the hockey game. Missing the hockey game for you guys. No, that's okay. Go Leafs. Not really. Leafs is not my favorite team, but it's Canadian, so. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I can't wait to take a picture. We'll straighten out all my ribbon tails. I'll be flipping this all over. Put this one like that. Tuck. Bring these little antlers up a bit so it's not keep getting stuck on our ribbon tails. There we go. Just adjusting. Okay, we're going to trim up these pipe cleaners so we have everything nice and neat on the back. We'll see when I hang it up if I have to adjust the hanger. But I think it will be good. I think. Pull out our ribbon tails from this side so we can see. And they'll sit so pretty right on the door. And there we go. Just have to turn my bow a bit. But there we go. It's pretty big. Fix all these, but still not happy with the butterfly there, but I glued it now. I think it's just because my bow has to be kind of straightened. But anyways, you can do yours however you would like to do it. It's your wreath, totally your design. Copy me, change a little bit, whatever you don't like. And there you go. Yeah, it is pretty. Oh, of course, my kid. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. And yes, the kits, don't forget, the kits are on sale. I'm not sure how long I'm going to let the sale go. Just trying to get the stuff moving because we have fall and Christmas coming in, hopefully by July. Okay? Okay, thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see what you guys make. Bye, everybody.